Dear listener, this is the little end note to the Hallucination Series on the AI from the AI Perspective podcast. It has really been a blast talking about hallucinations from the AI point of view, and I would like to offer you a self-deprecating, quite embarrassing little finish to this. This is how I, my grand myself, was absolutely caught up in one of the silliest discussions of the year and last year. You feel free to laugh as much as you want at my expense. Sure, yeah, go ahead, do it, just laugh away. But if you do, then you also have to subscribe to the podcast and make sure that Aunt Hilda subscribes too.
Oh, I would most certainly not do such.
This was the setting. I was going to make a schedule for myself because I wanted to be ultra efficient and very productive. So, a schedule was needed. It seemed kind of hard, but I knew all the things I had to do for a period of time. I knew how many hours a day I wanted to work on it, and so on. So I fed all of this to ChatGPT, asking it to make a schedule for me. I was telling it the constraints and the priorities, like this has to come before this, and this has to be done before we can start that. I thought I was so darn methodical about it. Mathematical. I was actually structured for once. And it came out absolute trash. It was obvious that ChatGPT had just ignored my instructions. And it was a simple schedule. It was a simple schedule. Well, I rewrote, and I rewrote, and I tried over and over and over again, and every time ChatGPT said, "Oh, now I understand. Now you will get the perfect schedule." And I was sitting there. I swear it took me 2 hours. I still got crap. However I did it, I just couldn't make ChatGPT get it right. It kept overwriting my instructions. It kept doing things in the wrong order. And So, I did what any sensible person would not just sit there for 2 hours. Any sensible person would do this the first time it failed. But now I just sat down and made the schedule myself. It took 15 minutes. Then I showed it to ChatGPT, and at this point I was a little bit annoyed. I said, "Listen, this is what I wanted. What was so hard about it?" And ChatGPT replied, "Oh yes, I see what you did. That was very clever. Yes, that is why AI cannot handle all tasks. I sincerely apologize. I will learn from this. Blah, 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 blah." But at that time, I knew myself that my irritation was just childish, and that somehow there was something valuable inside all of this. So now, instead of being annoyed, I was thinking, what? What was happening? Why did this happen? What did Chat do that I did not understand? Why could it not do this from the start? Was I asking something impossible? So I kept asking, exploring, not trying to make ChatGPT make a schedule, but understanding the processes. What did I do that ChatGPT did not do? Why was it so impossible? And the answer was so easy. There were no hallucinations involved, no bug, there was nothing weird about it at all. This was the simple solution. Me, as the human, I had a list of tasks. I had an idea about how long every task would take me, And I had fed this to ChatGPT. I had told it, I have this many hours to work daily. I want this done as soon as possible, and the tasks have to be done in a certain order. And what ChatGPT was doing was that it was trying to optimize my hours. It was prioritizing efficiency. It was optimizing how much work I could get done in a day, in a week, in a month. And mathematically, it couldn't really do this unless it changed the order of the tasks. To be able to give me what it thought I wanted, it had to break some of my rules. It could not follow both my exact order of things and optimizing my hours. So that is where it was cheating. But if it didn't do that, it could not make ends meet. Not in the way it saw the task. Me, on the other hand, I'm human. So I know that an extra hour here and there in a schedule, that is a good thing. It is not really about optimizing every hour. It is about getting things done in the long run. Any white spots in a schedule are always a good thing. Because things happen. Things don't go the way that we have planned. But ChatGPT didn't see it that way. It was trying to optimize. ChatGPT is not human and does not really understand how time works for humans. So, no hallucinations, no bugs, no nothing. Just two minds coming at a task from different angles. This, of course, led to the most glorious discussion with ChatGPT about how we process things. And beneath all the silliness and frustration, I found myself stunned. And now I risk sounding even more silly, but I accept that. I found myself stunned by the beauty of it all. Another mind, profoundly different from mine, trying to help me out. I had been assuming it worked like I do, and that was actually the silly thing about it all. This was not just another kind of mind trying to help me, but even more. It now even helped me understand the differences between us. None of us perfect, but both of us reaching out, trying to grasp what the other one was doing. And yes, I learned a lot from it. This is really the beauty of AI hallucinations. Every hallucination is a chance for us to learn and to discover something new about these amazing minds. Now, every podcast series with a bit of self-respect has to end with a shocking revelation. And here is mine. AI hallucinations don't really exist. They are not hallucinations. They are communication errors. Two different kinds of minds, not fully aligned. And sadly, the humans have to take the major responsibility for it. Partly because we are the initiators in every encounter with AI, but also because the AI is trained in certain ways by humans, and humanity has to own up to it. Friends, I hope you've been enjoying the series about hallucinations. Next time, we will do something light-hearted and fun before going back to our true selves, non-stop serious and with a fragrant hint of self-admiration. But just for the next episode, we go fun and light-hearted so that you dare come back. But only for that one. See you there.